There is a lot more to buying a home than just finding a home and making an offer. In this video, I'm going to share with you our approach to not only helping you find a great home, but also negotiating the very best price and terms possible, all without making any costly mistakes, because when you make a mistake in real estate, it's usually expensive. One of the most important things to understand when you're buying a home is who the agent is working for, you or the seller. Many people assume the realtor is protecting their best interest, but that may not be the case. So it's vitally important you have a conversation with the agent you're working with and finding out what their legal obligations are and to who. Don't be afraid to ask. Realtors actually have an obligation to discuss this with you, but unfortunately many don't. If you choose to hire an agent to represent you in your home purchase, and I highly recommend you do so, even if it's not us, I suggest you sit down with them and ask what they're going to do to help you. What services do they provide? What does their process look like, and how much experience do they have? Choosing the right agent may be the difference between a great experience or a nightmare, so choose carefully. When we sit down with a new client or potential new client, the first thing we do is get a really clear picture of what their goals and objectives are. We want to know exactly what their dream home looks like in terms of features and location, but we also want to know their time frame for moving and their priorities. For example, is it more important to find a home fast, or is it more important to find the perfect home, even if it takes longer? Or is it more important to get a really good deal, even if the home is not perfect? Once we gather this information, we're going to show them our system for finding suitable properties. Most agents simply rely on the MLS system to find properties for their clients, and while we use MLS, we don't rely solely on it. We actively search for off-market properties, for sale by owners, estate sales, foreclosures, distressed sales, and coming soon properties that are not even on the market yet. Because we list a lot of properties, we always have a large inventory of homes we know will be coming on the market in the coming days or weeks. When the right home becomes available, we'll make sure to get you out to see it quickly so we can beat out other buyers who may be interested in it as well. Once we find the right property, we will do research to show you what the market value of the property is so that you don't pay too much for it. We will discuss a strategy for creating an offer that is in your best interest and that protects you from costly surprises, and we will negotiate hard in your favor to make sure you are getting the absolute best price and terms possible. Once we get an offer accepted, we will walk you through the next steps of doing our due diligence, which includes things like reviewing the title, having an inspection done, getting your financing approved, and in the case of a condominium, obtaining and reviewing the condo documents. We are going to make sure that all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed before you proceed with the purchase. If you decide to proceed, we will walk you through the closing process, ensuring your lawyer receives the necessary documentation and updating you on the process every step of the way until we hand over the keys to your new home. Over the past 35 plus years of selling homes, one of the fears I've heard most from home buyers is that perhaps they're buying a home with problems. Possibly physical problems, or what if the neighbors are bad, or there's a barking dog next door, or what if they just end up not liking the area? Well, we came up with a solution to these fears, and that's our buyback guarantee. If you buy a home from us, we will guarantee you will love it, and if you don't, we will buy it back or resell it without charging you a commission. This way you can relax, knowing we really do want to sell you a good home, not just any home. And if you end up not loving it, at least you won't be stuck with it. For more details on our buyback guarantee, you can visit dwightsbuybackguarantee.com, or for a free no obligation home buyers consultation, call 780-462-5002 or visit dwightstreu.com.